This video did not go as planned. My intent was to make a video about how to replace the transmission fan on a John Deere L118 mower. But once I got started, things took a completely different turn. Well, you'll see. The last time I mowed the lawn with my riding mower, as I was pulling up to this place right here, which is where I stop and hose off the loose grass off the mower deck, just before I stopped, it started making this horrible squeaking sound and just all kind of racket. But when I put my foot on the brake, the sound stopped. I let my foot off the brake, the sound would start back up. I put my foot back on the brake, the sound would stop. So I knew it was something to do with the transmission. But the mower would still move, so I went ahead and drove it from right here over here into the garage so that I could put it away. And then as I looked back over the path where I had driven from over there into the garage, I found these, which you may recognize as the blades that used to be on the transmission cooling fan. So I've got to replace the transmission cooling fan, but I think I've got another problem also. Let me get the back of the mower jacked up and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Okay, so I've got the mower up on blocks and I started looking around in here, just assessing the situation. And if you remember, I said when this first happened out in the yard, it made a horrible squeaking kind of sound. It was like metal on metal contact. And so as I began to look in here, let's go under here right now and look at something. So what you are looking at now is the top of the pulley that is on top of the transmission above the fan, and you can see that it has shifted position and has contacted this bracket right here. So, and even just kind of eaten into it. So I'm sure that's the sound that I heard. Below it you'll see that as a result of it shifting position, the fan contacted these flanges that are on the bottom of this bracket, and that's what broke the blades off the fan. My hope was that I would find a loose bolt or a missing bolt or a loose bracket or something like that, something simple that had allowed the transaxle to shift position like that. But instead, I found something much worse. So look right here. This is where the transaxle bolts to the frame. And you can see that the flange here on the frame is completely just broken off. So you can see now that this is just loose. So this is what it looks like if you take it off. So I don't know, is that a fatal failure? Can that be repaired? I'm not a welder. I don't have a welding machine. If that were welded back on, would it be strong enough? That seems like a pretty high stress connection. So what are your thoughts? What would you do? I don't know. This mower's 20 years old, but I did have the engine rebuilt 2 years ago. 3 years ago, I bought a brand new mower deck, so the engine and the mower deck are in excellent condition. But now this is part of the body of the mower. So can this be repaired, or is it time after 20 years just to let this one go and get a new mower? I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do. So at this point, as I was investigating this, I was very discouraged. You could probably hear it in my voice, and I'm faced with the prospect of probably having to buy a new mower. I just couldn't think of a way that I could fix this. And to top it off, as I was looking around on the mower and assessing what I could do, I thought, well, let me look at the other side. So I looked at the other side. It's broken also. Not as bad, it hasn't completely broken free yet, but there's a severe crack. It could literally break off at any time. So now I've got both sides that I've got to try to repair. But I came up with an idea, a way that I think I just might be able to fix this. But the first thing I've got to do is get these wheels off. And of course, I don't know if they've ever been off in 20 years, so they're rusted on there. So let me see if I can get these wheels off and get started. Okay, this has been a huge battle trying to get this rear wheel off. I've tried gear pullers. I had this small one hoping that it would fit around this area right here, but it couldn't grab. It couldn't grab here. And so that's out. So then I thought I would try heating it up. So you can see I heated it with propane torch, heated it and heated it and heated it and hammered on it and banged on it and pried on it and tried all kind of ways to get it free. And then I thought, okay, well, I've got a larger gear puller. What if I deflate the tire and break the bead around the wheel, and then if I can get the claws on the gear puller on the wheel itself out here, maybe that'll work. So I've tightened it down against the axle, but I don't have much travel room left here to pull. But if it'll just break it loose, maybe it'll break it loose enough that I can get it off. So here we go. Let's see. Come on, you can do it. Just try to shock it a little bit. Come on, break free. My goodness. I can't believe that. Okay, this is just getting ridiculous. I have spent hours wrestling with this wheel trying to get it off. I have so much tension on this gear puller that it is deforming the shape of the wheel, and it still has not budged. I know I told you that I'd already tried a torch, but thanks to YouTube University, I've learned that I didn't get it hot enough and I did it in the wrong area. And I'm going to give that another try. After that, I'm running out of ideas. I've also learned that propane may not be hot enough. Sometimes it takes MAP gas or even oxetylene. Come on. Unbelievable. It still has not budged. Okay, I've got one more idea. I'm going to drill 3 holes. I'm going to try to drill 3 holes through the wheel so that I can get this smaller gear puller inside here like this and give a much more direct counter pull than being out here around the outside of the wheel. I'm going to give that a try. And I didn't mention that I've been soaking this since last night with this stuff, penetrating oil.
have to kind of wallow the hole out so that this will go through there. It won't fit just like this. This is the largest metal cutting bit that I have. It's just a 1/2 inch, so I have to enlarge it a little bit. Okay, got my 3 holes drilled. Let's give this a try. Okay, that's got it put together. And you can see I also drilled a little divot right here in the center of the axle to receive the point of the puller better and keep it more aligned. I think the other one had a little trouble. Okay, let's see what happens. Come on. Come on, come on, you can do it. Wow, it's so tight I can't hardly tighten it anymore. I'm going to try heating it back up. I can't believe it. I have tightened that thing. I don't know that I'm physically able to tighten it anymore. Something's has to be about to break, either the gear puller or my socket wrench or the wheel. Okay, so I'm now on the 3rd day working on this project, and I still cannot get that wheel off on the other side. But let's take a break from that for just a moment. I want to show you my idea on how to repair this broken frame area right here. Okay, imagine that this cardboard right here is a piece of angle iron. Take an angle grinder and knock this point off right here, then get your transaxle back in proper alignment. Take the piece of angle iron right here, drill through right here and here into the frame, and there's plenty of room back here on the back side for your bolt to come through and to easily put a nut and washer on there. Then you just bolt this in place just like it's supposed to be. And it's done. Do something similar on the other side and you're mowing grass again. So tell me, what do you think about this fix? We think that will work? Okay, well, after multiple days of working with this, I've had a change of heart. I got to move on. Now, I know there's a guy out there who's watching this and thinking, I could have that thing up and running in a weekend. And you can, because you have better tools than I have, and you have better skills than I have, you have more time than I have, and you have more experience than I have. Heck, you fix things like this all the time. Do you want this mower? Make me an offer. We'll talk about how to make contact in a moment. So you've been watching the video and you know what's wrong with the mower. Let's talk about what's right. Let's start with the engine. That is a V-twin 20 horsepower engine. Runs like a sewing machine. The mower deck, I don't know if you know it or not, but you can buy a complete new mower deck system where you just drop the old deck out, plug the new deck in, and you're ready to go. New blades, new belts, and everything. I did that in June of 22. So this mower deck only has a couple of summers use on it. It's in excellent condition. The transaxle, as far as I know, this transaxle is in good shape. The back of my property here is inclined, and this pulls it every time I mow, no problem. So if you are close enough to Trussville, Alabama, that it would be worth your while, because you'll have to come pick it up. I have no means to transport it. Contact me. Here's how you can do it. On my YouTube homepage, right here, click More. Then you'll see my Facebook, my Instagram, and my website. You can send me a direct message from Facebook or Instagram, or go to my website and click contact and send me an email. If you have an interest in this, contact me and let's talk. So read the top comment in the comment section below. I will pin a comment and let you know the status of this, if it's still available or not. So read that comment and we'll go from there. But now I need to put it back together so I can get it out of the way. Okay, well, if you have stayed with this video this long, I feel like I need to show you how the story ended.